Once upon a time in a quiet city, a woman walked into the passport office. She was calm, confident, and graceful. The officer sitting behind the desk looked up and saw her. "What's your profession, ma'am?" he asked politely. She smiled softly and said, "I am a mother." The officer paused for a moment, then politely replied, "I'm sorry, but mother is not considered a profession. I will just write housewife, okay?" She gently nodded her head in agreement. The officer felt a twinge of guilt, but he didn't question it further. The paperwork continued without any problem. Years flew by like the pages of a book. Suddenly, it was time for the woman to travel again. She decided to visit the passport office once more to renew her passport. As she stepped in, she noticed the previous officer was no longer there. In his place sat a younger man with a serious face. He looked up at her and asked, "What is your profession?" The woman paused for a moment, recalling the past encounter. She didn't want to correct him again, but this time she felt different. "I am a researcher," she confidently replied. The officer raised an eyebrow, clearly surprised by her answer. "A researcher? What kind of research do you do?" he asked, intrigued. A playful smile touched the woman's lips. "I work on human development. I help young minds grow, not just academically, but also emotionally, physically, and mentally. I guide children toward their dreams, instilling values and principles they will treasure throughout their lives. I care for the elderly in our family, ensuring their comfort and happiness. I work tirelessly to help create peaceful homes and strong families. I am a researcher in the field of human relationships, striving to understand and improve communication, conflict resolution, and emotional bonds." The officer leaned back in his chair, now completely intrigued. The woman continued, "Every day brings unexpected challenges. One mistake can affect an entire life. So I stay alert, always." The officer couldn't help but be impressed by her dedication. "So, is this a full-time job?" he asked, realizing he was engaging in a conversation about motherhood. "I work 14 to 16 hours a day. Some days, 24 hours. No breaks, no holidays, always on call," she said with a chuckle. "My work involves social science, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, even politics," she added with a wink. "It is the most complex and important project in the world, and it never ends," she said, her voice filled with conviction. The room fell silent as the weight of her words sunk in. The officer looked into her eyes and saw the depth of her experience. "You must get some sort of recognition for all this hard work?" he finally asked. "You may wonder what I earn. I don't get a paycheck or gold medals. But I receive something much more valuable," she replied with a warm smile. "The smile on my child's face, the strength of my family, the peace in my home. These are my rewards. I've been awarded 3 handmade medals from my children. They say, 'Best mom ever.' I wear them in my heart," she said, her eyes sparkling with love and pride. The officer felt a lump in his throat. For a moment, he saw his own mother, working silently, loving endlessly. He quickly finished the paperwork, stood up, and walked her to the door. As she was leaving, she turned around and said, "Now you know my full-time profession. I am a mother." The officer whispered back, holding back tears, "And the world is lucky to have you." She walked away, leaving the officer in awe. He sat down, now understanding that motherhood isn't just a role, it's the heart of the world. If you enjoyed this story, please like it and share it with friends. Your support means everything to us. Also, check out more of our stories. Thank you, and happy parenting.